the rest of my time, I'm going to pull over into the trailer park.
Yeah, trailer park.
So there's a few quick hitters I want to get out of the way really quick. Spaceballs 2 has a new title because Give Us Money apparently wasn't playing with the fans.
Yeah.
Or as Mel Brooks said, I found the money. It was in my basement.
Yeah.
Which is a good bit. I like that bit. Otherwise, no new updates, and I still don't care, and I'm wondering why it's taking 2 years to make Spaceballs.
The only thing that I am super excited about is Rick Moranis is definitely in it. The cast has been doing like interviews.
Yeah.
And just knowing that this is his first movie in fucking forever.
Yeah.
But just the fact that he's back as Dark Helmet, I'm very excited about that.
Having Rick Moranis back is a huge deal.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm not going to go into it, but if you don't know the backstory with Rick Moranis leaving Hollywood, look into it. It's an incredible story.
Yes, it is.
Godzilla Minus One, I also don't have a ton to say about it, just because I don't know what to do with it.
Minus Zero.
Minus Zero, excuse me. Godzilla Minus Zero.
I mean, if it's a third as good as
the first one, it's still going to be great.
It'll still be good, yeah.
My thing is that there's a moment at the end, which is also spoiled in some of the thumbnails, which is Godzilla walking past the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And I just end up having questions. But again, this was also the movie where, spoiler warning, the woman who very clearly should have died shows up and she just has an eye patch.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, but she died.
Yeah.
Like, I saw her die.
And I'll be honest, I really don't want America brought into this.
That's what I'm wondering. Is like, where's this going? It was such a clean metaphor.
Yes.
The metaphor was so cleanly done that to try and commercialize it feels weird.
Yeah, I agree.
It feels like this weird bastardization of like, okay, so we had the parable and it was perfect, and now the parable gets guns.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, whoa, hang on. I think this might be a hat on a hat. So we'll see. I don't know. Coyote Vs Acme. I would love to be excited about this, except that this was a movie that Warner Brothers wrote off for tax purposes years ago, and now they released a trailer seemingly as a joke about how they wrote it off for tax purposes under the auspices, and this is very important, that it never see the light of day ever, 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 and they could get their money back.
Yeah.
They waited 4 years, and I guess that counts as ever, 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 and now there's a teaser trailer that comes out on tax day about this movie coming out, and I'm just like, I want to be so excited for this movie. I was excited while I watched the trailer, and then I turned to Kelly, and she looked so upset, and I was like, why? Why are you upset about this? And she reminded me, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking fuck.
But, and I'll be honest, to me, Looney Tunes are dead. They were the best when they were their best, and they were at their worst when they were edgy. Mm-hmm. Because when they were edgy, the violence was funny. It was like Three Stooges type violence, but then they were at their worst because they were insanely racist. Like, you go back and watch those old Looney Tunes.
Some of them are rough.
Insanely racist. Like, not even remotely hiding how racist they are in those shows.
Yeah.
And so you're like, but those were like when they were, it's kind of like the Muppets. When they were edgy, they were at their best, but now that they're dumbed down, they just don't carry that same gravitas. And that's why the kids are not catching on, and they're having a hard time. Like, they put Bugs Bunny in Fortnite.
Yeah.
But it's like, no kid gives a shit. No one went and saw that last Space Jam. It sucked, but no one went and fucking saw it.
It's so funny to me that these characters that were such tent poles.
Yeah.
And not, like, so when I was growing up, my parents knew Looney Tunes. When they were growing up, it had still been around for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, this was something that was generational, and it somehow just stopped. It just ran out, and I don't really know how or why. And it, you know, it's like how Mickey Mouse is only synonymous with the parks, right? There are Mickey shows and cartoons, but nobody watches them, to the point where they've gotten weirdly edgy. Like, really weird, almost
like
off-putting.
the animation is almost anime style.
Well, the animation is like that really cheap Flash animation,
Yes.
but then the writing on them is just weird.
Yep.
Weird and off-putting, and like not the flavor that you come to expect from Mickey Mouse. And in some ways you'd be like, that's a good thing though, right? And there's something about this that just doesn't... This doesn't fit in the square hole.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it. It just doesn't go in. And Looney Tunes, like, for whatever ways that they've tried to reinvent themselves, it just has never worked. And I I wonder what it is, because violence is as invasively permeating as ever. The humor would seemingly translate. Slapstick is still a thing. Whereas Mickey Mouse, there had to be this level of cleanliness to it. Now Mickey Mouse is like, no, I'm filthy. And Warner Brothers is like, we don't know how to make cartoons.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Not at all.
I don't know, man. I don't know how we got here. I don't know how we got here. Speaking of similars and how we got here, Focker In Law, which is the most recent Meet the Fockers. And it has the same reaction that I had to the Scary Movie movies that are coming out now. It looks like a Meet the Fockers movie.
Yeah.
If you're into that, I think you'll be into this. It looks exactly like the other ones. It's Ben Stiller, and now his son is an adult and is getting married to Ariana Grande. And Ariana Grande is just like Robert De Niro. And so now he loves her, and it's this battle between Ben Stiller for the love of his son, between Ariana Grande, who has the support of Robert De Niro, and Ben Stiller is miffed about that since it took him so long to get in. And I'm just like, it's a Fockers movie. It's a Fockers movie, and I didn't care about the Fockers before. I don't care about it now.
Exactly. I could give less than a shit.
So, like, if you're into it, you're into it.
Exactly.
If you're like me, I don't fucking care. Who can fucking care about this? Other things that I don't think I care about, but I think are funny. Hungry, the Killer Hippo movie. I watched the whole trailer for this. You watched about 5 seconds of the trailer for this.
Because it's Lake Placid, but
we both walked out with the exact same experience, which is, it's Lake Placid, it's Anaconda.
Cocaine Bear.
All these big creature feature, eats people.
Yeah.
The end of that trailer is the guy saying, this is a creature that kills for fun. And it's just like, okay.
It's so dumb.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
And it's called Hungry, and it's a Killer Hippo movie. This is the Hungry Hippos movie we've all been waiting for. It's like, at least when we got the Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie, it was real steel.
Yeah, which was awesome. I love that movie.
This is the Hungry Hippos
no, it's
movie?
garbage. It's garbage.
Evil Dead Burn, I don't know what to do with.
See, here's my problem. And I think I voiced this with Evil Dead Rise, which was a good movie, I admit it. It is not Evil Dead, because what Evil Dead always has been is gory horror, but with tongue-in-cheek comedy.
Yeah.
And you don't have that.
No.
Like, this looks... I couldn't tell... If it didn't say Evil Dead Burn, I could not tell this was an Evil Dead. It just looked like some zombie...
Well, like, I was trying to figure out, like, okay, so it's a bunch of people being possessed and becoming Deadites, but they don't look or seem like Deadites. No. And so you're just like, I don't know, isn't that kind of the whole thing? Isn't that kind of... There's a moment of, like, a guy seemingly being possessed and carried off by a ghost through the air. The stunts look cool, but the trailer gave me no information. I have no idea what this is. It comes out in 3 months. I don't know. This seems like, if you're really, really into the new version of Evil Dead that began with that new version that Raimi made in the mid-2000s.
Yeah.
Like, if you're into that version of Evil Dead, cool. I've always found it to be so cynical and dark that I have a hard time getting... It was having an entire family kill each other and then invade an apartment complex. That was the part that I was like, I think I can't... Yeah. This isn't for me, man.
And here's the deal, listener. If you have never seen an Evil Dead thing, just go see Evil Dead 2. Rent Evil Dead 2. Rent Army of Darkness. Watch those 2 movies. Just be done with it.
It's so funny. So, quick tangent. My experience with Evil Dead was very unique in that I didn't see any of the Evil Dead movies until I was 26.
Oh, wow.
And I had seen most of Army of Darkness on AMC during one of their Halloween marathons. I had known and been aware of Evil Dead, but I had known that Evil Dead 2 was the bigger deal. So I finally decided to rectify this situation. And I sit down and I'm like, well, you gotta start with the first one.
Oh, God. You had to start with the tree rape.
And so I watched Evil Dead, and I was like, man, this is dark. This
is
dark, and then at times weirdly funny, and then it gets really dark again.
Yeah.
And then I watched Evil Dead 2 the next night, and I was like, this is the same movie!
Yeah.
This is the exact same movie, but funnier! It's the exact same movie, just funny now. Yeah. And it was so weird to me, because I thought it was a sequel. I thought it was one of those things where you had to watch the first one in order to understand the second one. No, the second one is the first one. Yeah. It's just funny now.
With a bigger budget.
Yeah.
Because, the first one they made for nothing, and it was barely... It was definitely an underground hit.
Yeah, yeah. But that was just so funny. I'll never forget that experience of watching it and just being like, well, why the fuck did I watch the first one?
And Evil Dead 2 still has my favorite box art for a VHS, which is the skull with the eyeballs. Yeah. That is one of the coolest fucking box arts. Oh, iconic. Absolutely iconic.
Yeah, I had that poster in my dorm room.
Oh, nice.
Somebody else got it. I didn't get it. Somebody else brought it in.
That's fucking awesome.
So 3 quick ones to wrap up. 1, Jack Ryan Ghost War. It's not done. We're still doing Jack Ryan shit. I'm interested. I think this could be fun. I think the plot is kind of a B plot, but it has what I need out of Jack Ryan's story. Jack Ryan saying, I'm a civilian, and everybody else being like, sure. Yeah. And Jack Ryan saying, no, really, I'm a civilian. And everyone else being like, no, Jack, I know. Yeah. You're a civilian. Now get in the truck, and we're going to go solve this problem.
See, and I like the John Krasinski shows. The 3rd season, I got to admit, kind of jumped the shark for me. Yeah. But I'm kind of done with him as Jack Ryan, because to me, Jack Ryan is and will always be Harrison Ford. Mm-hmm. I will throw in a Alec Baldwin for The Hunt for October, which is still a great movie.
Not a Ben Affleck?
Some of All Fears is okay.
It's a weird one.
It's not bad.
I've had such a struggle with Some of All Fears because it has stuff that I really don't like, and then it does something really interesting that I think makes it really memorable.
Yeah. I mean, you have Morgan Freeman as the president. You can't. That
was my problem. Honestly, really? That was my problem. Was that I was so used to the James Earl Jones character.
Yes.
And so when it's a young Jack Ryan and this older black man shows up and it's not him.
Yeah.
I was like, but you're supposed to be his mentor.
Yeah, James Greer.
And he wasn't James Greer. And I was just like, but I don't understand. And James Greer's just not in the movie. He's just not a character in this movie. But actually nuking Baltimore, a dynamic and interesting plot choice.
I agree.
No lie, credit where credit is due.
I agree.
Actually having that happen, a bold and interesting plot decision.
And I will say, not a terrible movie.
No.
The Chris Pine one?
No, I think it has
moments. That one's okay.
It's a Kenneth Branagh movie.
Yes.
Is it good? Is it memorable?
Yeah.
Is it cool to watch? Yes.
Yes, it is. It is fun to watch.
Yes.
But yeah, the Patriot games will always be my... That is...
Make it my mission.
That's the pinnacle.
Yeah.
That movie is so on a fucking mountain of amazingness.
Yeah. No, so good.
And Sean Bean dies.
So you know it's a good movie.
So you know it's a good movie.
So Street Fighter has a real trailer.
That looks fucking awesome.
This looks so fun.
Dude.
This looks fun on 6 buns.
Yeah.
This is a barbecue of a movie.
Yeah.
And I am super... I don't know what the plot of this movie is. Nope. I don't know if it's going to hold a thimble's worth of water. I don't know if it's going to work dynamically. The pacing looks all over the place.
Yep.
Chun-Li is apparently the person going around recruiting people. I do not care. This looks so fun.
It is like fan service. The costumes are on point.
Yes.
Cammy is like, when I saw her, I was like, oh my God, that's perfect.
Yeah,
and then even you don't really see Momoa as
Blanca shows up.
You see him a little bit.
Yeah.
And
you can't tell it, like when we saw Lobo, you can tell that it's Momoa. You can't tell that this is Momoa in the brief period that we get.
That's true.
But like Dalsim is actually Dalsim, and
dude, Ken and Ryu look amazing.
Like beating up the car,
amazing.
Breaking the car.
Yes.
All the fights look so good. Having them do the moves, like all these different things. I'm not even a Street Fighter guy. Street Fighter was another one of those games that was too violent for us. We weren't allowed to play it. This looks so fun.
Yeah.
This looks so fun. I'm totally in. I don't care if it works. I don't care if it doesn't have any plot. Neither did the first Avengers movie. You want to talk about a highly watchable movie?
Yeah.
Super fucking
watchable. And the only thing that I'm going to be interested in is David Dastmalchian is M. Bison.
Yeah.
Who is the big boss.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm going to hold him to a high regard is because Raul Julia's last movie was the Van Damme Street Fighter, and he was fucking amazing as M. Bison, so I'm like, you got a lot to live up to. I have faith in you because I do love David, but it's like...
My only thing is, like, he has Kingpin syndrome, which is that M. Bison to me is a mountain of a human being, and he is very specifically not a mountain of a human being. So that's my only note. I think he's a wonderful actor.
Oh, he's great.
He's one of my favorites.
If anyone
right now.
that can pull it off, it's him.
I just like it. It's going to be an interesting treatise.
Yes.
If we go and we watch this movie and then look back at Kingpin and we say, so you could have done it.
Yes.
You could have taken a guy that wasn't huge and made him look huge.
Yes.
So we're going to see. We're going to talk about Daredevil in about 20 minutes, folks. Wrapping up. And we're pulling out of the trailer park in the only way possible, which is pursued by the Popo. There's a new Supertroopers.
Yes.
Supertroopers 3.
Fuck, this looks good.
It's a Supertroopers movie.
Because, like I said, the second one had some good moments to it.
Yeah.
The first one is iconic.
Yeah.
First one is great. Second one, it was okay. Mm-hmm. It had some moments. This one looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, if they could stick the landing on this, fuck.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
There's obviously humor parts that, like, for me, I'm like, when the trailer ends with a series of erections, I was like, okay, guys, all right, okay, Jesus Christ, all right. But
that's them. That's Broken Lizard, baby.
That's them. Like, that's the funny thing for me with Broken Lizard is getting right up to the line, and then it's a bunch of those teenage boys who all were like, what? My toe's on the line. Yep. My toe's over the line. And that's just Broken Lizard is just constantly being like, how far is too far?
Yeah.
And I love that for certain things. Other moments, the humor, I'm just like, I don't need to see a bunch of erections as my thing. Like, is it funny? Yes. Do I need to see a row of men with erections? No, I don't.
Yeah.
So that's my only thing. But this does look really funny.
Really funny.
And it makes me want to watch more Broken Lizard stuff. Like, it makes me, again, going back to TikToks, I've seen a lot of Tacoma FD.
Which is fucking great. It
looks pretty funny.
It is a funny show.
It looks pretty good, and this might make me actually go to Netflix and be like, well, I have Netflix, and it's on Netflix, so let's check out Tacoma FD.